meet you, Mr. Nice Guy.
Pleased to meet you as well, Mr. Nice Guy.
That's the name of your new album. Eric Roberson, or as some people say, Roberson, we say.
Either or, depending on where you're at. Yeah. But Eric Roberson, yeah.
And you have a legion of fans. You're hugely successful. 2 Grammy nominations.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you're truly independent.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the fans pretty much, it started as a hobby.
Yeah.
And then the small amount of fans I had kind of challenged me to take it as a full business, and it turned in this way 8 albums later. So.
That's incredible. And for you, social networking is crucial to all of that, isn't it?
Yeah. When we started, there wasn't a MySpace or a Twitter or even iTunes. So to see all those things come together and to kind of have an understanding, maybe even a head start, when it first started. But even just when we started initially, it was all about the internet, email lists, and stuff like that was what helped us out.
And in fact, recently you took part in the summit, was that a social network summit? You attended.
The International Soul Music Summit in Atlanta. We do it every year. I go every year, man. It's ran by a good friend of mine named Terry Bellows. Just very, very helpful for a lot of artists.
What about the indie side of things? I mean, because it's quite unusual for an artist of your caliber and also the style of music to go down that route.
Well, I've been watching it with rock and roll and with hip hop for a long time. It was only inevitably going to happen with soul music, especially when the industry started moving away from older demographics from a major scale. So I mean, truth be told, they handed it to us on a silver platter. People like my father, who I learned my music taste from, he didn't have anything to buy anymore. When you stop and think about it. So it's still growing, and at the same time, for me, it was always interesting. It was interesting to me. If I stayed on this path and kept doing this way, where would it go? So I watched a few people who had some success on the indie level, and then signed a big record deal, and some it worked for, some it didn't. But I was never interested in that part. For me, it was all about, well, let's just kind of grow and keep growing to see what happens.
You mentioned your dad. So what were you growing up listening to?
It felt like it was every day, but I remember looking out the window, him coming off of work, and him having a paper bag full of albums under his arm. And it was like almost every day he was coming home, and I was wondering, what is he having in the bag this time? It could be rap, it could be rock, it could be soul, whether it was George Benson or UTFO or Chicago or Sting or Police. I mean, it's just, you never knew what he had under his arm. And I loved it. Yeah, it was like, what is he going to put on the album? Yeah, so. I never was a small, more of a dessert cupcake kind of guy myself. But yeah, the music was always blasting around the house. I was really appreciative of that. That taste was so varied that it helped me with my taste now.
And what's your songwriting skills? Because you have written for other people, having an incredible roster of people. Name a few of them.
Music Soul Child, Vivian Green, Jill Scott, Charlie Wilson, 112, Carl Thomas. I mean, before I kind of started putting my albums out, that was mainly known for as a songwriter. So I had a great opportunity to work with a lot of people I was fans of already. So.
Jill Scott's on record as saying you're an absolute genius. She loves the bones of you, doesn't she?
She comparing to Red Velvet Cake. I love Red Velvet Cake, so I was honored to take that comparison. And I've known Jill for quite some time. I remember when just working at Touch of Jazz Studios in Philadelphia when she walked in for the first time, and we all fell in love with her. She was just amazing.
And the album, Mr. Nice Guy, as you say, 8th album. Chuck Rock's on there.
How crazy is that?
That's fantastic. I mean, absolutely wonderful. So, are you mates with him or what? Well,
I met him probably about a couple of years ago. He does a radio show in New York. I did his radio show, and we kept in touch from there. But it was really a chance meeting at the airport. We were coming from shows, and he was coming from shows. We had a layover. We were stuck at the airport, and we just started talking. He said, "What you doing right now?" I said, "I just did this song about summer." Yo, send it to me. I want to rock on it. And that was it, man. And I was a big fan of his, so I had no worries that he wasn't going to kill it. And a week later, he sent it back to me. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So it was fun. It was real fun.
Well, I'm absolutely delighted to meet you. Thank you very, very much.
Cheers.